Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me for Startup Fundamentals Q&A. Today we're going to talk about all the things about Startup Fundamentals, what we're going to learn during this process, and if you have any questions, we have some answers, and any questions after that, feel free to either drop them in the comments or email us. So I am Kenesha from Startup Tucson. I'm the program manager, and today we're going to cover fundamentals. So let's get started. Startup Fundamentals is 5 weeks to start your business. In 5 weeks, we cover everything from the beginning of the lean canvas, really focusing on your problem solution, to the end where we work on more of your finances and how to get your business legit and going. I'm Kenesha, I'm the program manager here at Startup Tucson. My passion is really to see startup grow. I'm an entrepreneur myself and have been for a little over 12 years now. So I have been where you are now. I've grown since then. I've been able to start 3 successful businesses. I've been able to sell one, as well as work with entrepreneurs all over the world to help them build, scale, grow, and work one-on-one with them during mentoring. So what we do here at Startup Tucson is we focus on education, mentoring, events, and networking, and then resources and referrals. And how we do that is through education, which is our fundamentals program, our Startup 101, and then you go through the fundamentals 102 through 105. We also have one-off workshops, and that's more advanced and technical workshops. So you're going to upscale your business, kind of scale up in these other workshops. We have our mentoring program, and once you go through 101, you have access to mentors after we meet one-on-one. We have events, so we do startup coffee, we do startup drinks, we do bites, and all of that right now is hosted on Facebook and YouTube. But once we're back in person, we'll be opening up our offices for networking events, coffee, startup drinks, and other things like that. We also are the first line for your resources and referrals. So no matter where you're at, we can help you reach out to people that you need to help you grow your business or to get your business to the next level, or in the beginning to start out. And that works for us, and it's worked for other businesses. Our small business creatives and startups have raised over $34.5 million building our economy from the ground up. And that's huge here in Tucson to see businesses really grow and succeed. And that's what we want to teach you through our programming. So we are industry agnostic. It's a wraparound service. So no matter where you're at in your business, whether you're just starting or you're trying to scale or grow, whether you're a candle maker or a tech company, we can help you wherever you're at in whatever stage you're in your business. Whether you go through our programs or you come in with us, we speak with you and really set you up with a mentor or help you get into other programs throughout the city. So let's get into it. So Startup Lab 101 is our first, our base level program where we introduce you to the lean canvas and we teach you how to really identify the problem that your customers are having. Because if you're not solving a problem for your customers, then you really don't have a business. So we teach you how to solve a big enough problem for your customers that people want to buy in. And we teach you how to do that the smart way so you save money and enjoy life. Because as an entrepreneur, it's all about working for yourself and enjoying things. But if you're not solving a problem for a big enough amount of people, you're really not going to get people interested in what you're selling. So we work more on the problem and less on the solution that you have for your customers. So that's the problem solution and then the problem solution fit. We really dive deep into the actual problem and make sure that your solution fits with what you are trying to solve for the customer in one-on-one. After one-on-one, you get access to all of our free networking programs as well as our membership and benefits after one-on-one. And in order to be qualified for fundamentals, you need to take 101. So you want to make sure you start with Labs 101 and kind of go from there. Labs 101 is normally the first Tuesday of the month, but make sure you check our website for the agenda and all of our events. So are you solving a real problem? Does your solution actually solve it? In 101, gosh, we go through the problem and break down the problem and the problem features because we all have problems. We all have issues that are affecting us, but the idea is for you to solve a problem that is affecting other people. So we really want to know, is your solution solving a big enough problem for a big enough amount of people, like I said before, and how are we going to actually attack that if it's not, to make your solution fit the actual problem that you're trying to solve for. So that takes us to Fundamentals 102. And that is discover your competition and develop your special sauce. This is the first introductory to 102. And during that, we talk about your competition. So who are the competitors that are out there right now that are going to be your competition? And what other existing alternatives that are out there in the market? And how are you going to do that different, or how are you going to do that better with your unique value proposition? It's the one thing that's going to make you stand out in the crowded market, depending on where you're at. But it's the one thing that people want to know, how are you better than the next person? And why are they going to put their dollars with you instead of the company that's been around for forever? So what are existing alternatives? And that is the companies that you're competing against. And then how do you do it better? How are you going to stand out in that market? And we really go deep dive into that. I teach you how to find the existing alternatives, how to find out like what they're making, how they're marketing, and things like that. And then what makes you stand out, or what can we change a little bit about what you're doing to make your solution better than the next person's. So in Fundamentals 103, we talk about understanding your customer, because if we don't understand our customer, how are we going to find them? How are we going to sell to them? We talk about your target market customer. And right now you may be saying, I know who my target market customer is. It is so-and-so, and they're in the age range of 18 to 25, and they just like my product. No, we really need to know more about your customer. I want to know where they shop, what they do for fun, what they do on their downtime, how many kids do they have, how much money do they make, all of those things. So we talk about finding your target customer and then making that a customer persona, because we want to know who that person is. We have to give her a name, we have to give her an age, a job, all the things. And then we also talk about customer interviews, because in order for you to figure out if you're actually solving a problem or people are interested in it, or how you can take that information and put it back into your marketing, we have to interview your customers and learn more about them, what they're looking for, and how your solution is going to be the best fit for them. So that is probably the best part of, as we're going through the transition, you'll see that your customer started one way, but then as you really deep dive into it, you kind of get to know your customer on a very personal level, enough where you could be like, oh, I'm gonna call them up and tell them about this product, and they're gonna be able to jump in and be as excited as you are about it. So who is the first customer excited to hand over their money? As we talk about who your ideal customer is and build your customer persona, I'm going to ask you, who is the first person that's going to buy into what you have? Because at the end of the day, if someone does not want to purchase or give you money for what you have to offer, then what are we doing? We're going to give out a couple for free. We're going to give out a couple to our family, but we need to know, when you open your doors, or when you open that product, or you launch it online, who is the first person that is going to give you money and why? And then we're going to talk about the specifics of that person during the customer persona, but we're going to get very specific in why they're going to give you their money, so we can make sure we use that throughout the process, so we learn more about the next person that's going to give you money, and so on and so forth. So in Fundamentals 104, we talk about test and validate your business. The best thing about the Lean Canvas is that it is lean, just like the name of it. As we're experimenting and testing it, I'm not going to ask you to go out and build $1,000 prototype or pretotype. I'm not going to ask you to launch a $2 million website. What I'm going to teach you how to do is how to take that idea or the solution you have and build that into a MVP or a prototype. And with that, it is that one-page website or the signups or a small ad. We're going to do this the budget-friendly lean way so we can make sure that people are interested in what you have to offer, what you're selling, what your solution is. And if not, we're getting enough feedback from whatever that prototype or MVP is for us to be able to change it, and we haven't lost a ton of money. The idea of doing this the lean way is so that you don't lose money in the process, so that you are able to test before you launch this big thing with tons of money behind it. So we're going to focus on building out your MVP or prototype and ways that you can do that that's going to be less expensive and more affordable, because we don't want you to throw money at a wall. We don't want it to be like spaghetti, throw spaghetti at the wall and see if it sticks. We want you to know where your dollars are going and what you're going to get back from them. So what is the first version of your product or service? And as we said, that's your prototype or MVP. And how can you save money by testing? And we really dig deep into that. I give you some ways to test that. And everybody has a different product. So some people in this class may be selling pies, or some people may be launching an app, or some people may be building a water park. So we're going to talk about ways that to your specific product, we can figure out how to MVP that. So that is 104. I know it's a lot in a little bit of time, but we really dig deep into making sure that you're successful in the beginning stages of your launch. You have a solid foundation, because without that solid foundation, you're not going to be able to take this and go anywhere else. So it's really about building the foundation, testing it out before we launch. So our last class is 105. And we get all into financial basics and really how to establish your business basics in the beginning. We talk about cash flows and revenue models and basic budgeting and a launch plan. Now, I don't teach that class. Our CEO, Liz, as well as Gina Catalano, come in and they teach about cash flow basics, revenue models, and then basic budgeting, because we need to know what's coming in, what's going out, how to do the basics of budgeting for your startup, and then really have a launch plan, whether you're going to have an LLC or you're just going to be a sole prop, or if you need to do some kind of corporate structure. We talk about the ways that you can get that accomplished, or when to get that accomplished before, again, you're throwing money at a wall because someone told you need to do this. Gina Catalano has been in this business forever. She is a joy, and Liz's background is in law, working with startups. So it's going to be really good, impactful course. You're going to be able to ask all the questions, as well as thereafter to kind of go through things with you. How do you cover your tax plus legal basis? So the tax part of it, we get questions all the time. How do I file my taxes, or what do I have to put, or how do I know what to do? And then we really dive deep into that part of it, because that's what you want to set up front to make sure that you're successful in the end. Because what you don't want to do is come tax time, owe a ton of money because you didn't do what you needed to do in the beginning. And how do you budget for startup costs? That's huge, because if you don't know where you're starting, or even how to evaluate how to go forward, you're just going to be throwing money and throwing money and throwing money. So the idea is to have a basic budget. Even if that budget's $100, you need to have some kind of basic budget to start with in the beginning. So then you can go and grow from there. And then once we finish 105, we do a pitch day and graduation day. So the pitch demo day, as we're going through each course, I'm going to give you the pitch deck for you to build upon. And as you're building upon this pitch deck, it goes in line with everything we're teaching you, as well as we have drop-in sessions for you to meet with me one-on-one, or sometimes the whole team comes in and we're able to give you feedback on what you have going on and really dive deep in to help you. And then you come into class and we do between a 3 and 5 minute pitch to our mentors and judges and possible investors, depending on who's there that day. And they're going to give you feedback as well. And then at the end, normally the prize is our Momentum Mentor Sprint, which is an 8-week sprint that we cover with our amazing mentors. You will One, sit down and go through a full goal sheet with me in the beginning, and we will map out some goals and your next steps. And then I will match you with mentors throughout the program. So you'll have between 4 to 5 mentors in an 8-week session to really help you achieve the goal of maybe launching or scaling or just getting to the next step in your business so we can launch it. So pitch, demo, graduation day is amazing. It's fun. You get the feedback. The people that are in your cohort or class are there to cheer you on. As you're going through the process, you are working on your pitch deck. So we're going to show it off and get mentor feedback. And then we're going to sign up for the mentorship and advanced courses. So you can sign up for the mentor sprint, and we ask you to do that in 103 at the end of that time if it's something you're going to be interested in, because that is the prize once you finish the pitch and demo day. And then we also have advanced classes and workshops as you're going through the process. So we'll send out that information as well as you sit down with me for connection services. I'll let you know what's coming up and let you know what I think that you should sign up for, or you let me know what you're interested in and we'll get you in that process. So our mentorship options are action advising, on-demand experts, our mentor sprint, and then our connection services. So our connection services, you can have monthly with me. And as we're going through the process of 101 through 105, we'll probably meet in between, and I also open up office hours. Our action advising is monthly. They do it twice a month. So they'll have a specific topic that they're going to cover. And during that time, they will sit with you for 30 minutes to answer any questions on the topic that they're covering. You can sign up for that as long as you're a member. So make sure after you take 101, you sign up for the membership. We have our on-demand experts who are kind of our one-off mentors that if you have a question or you need some information, or I see you're at the part of the process where I need to send you with a mentor, they're the people that I'm going to send you to right away. And then our sprint is the 8-week sprint that I talked to you about before. So our advanced courses, we have coming up our DIY branding, and that is in March. We have legal and accounting and so much more. So make sure that you check out our website. DIY branding will happen probably once or twice a year. Every advanced course is listed on the website. If you go under our events, the information will be there as well. So build a business that excites your customers. I know it was a lot for 20 minutes, and I know that sometimes all the information is overwhelming. I want to tell you that Fundamentals is probably the best place to start. Once you go through 101, you have some idea of where you're at. And then as you go through 102 through 105, everything unfolds. Like you have an aha moment at some point where it's like, okay, I have this, and you're able to take this foundation that we start with in Fundamentals and really grow your business from there. I am always here via email, as well as any of our team. And then we have the connection services. So we have meetings throughout the process where we can talk more about it. But the goal of this course is to get you to the point where either you're going into one of the other programs, whether that's UACI or the Forge, or you're at the point where you're feeling like you're ready to launch. So wherever you're at in your journey, I hope that you come on board with us and you sign up for Fundamentals, and I hope to meet you soon. Thank you guys for joining us for the Q&A for Startup Fundamentals, and we will see you soon.